Right, welcome back to the next episode. What are we doing progress-wise? Well, some of the bits haven't appeared that we're hoping to appear. Still waiting on the chain for the oil pump, so cannot rebuild the engine. The O-rings for the water pump pipes, I've already done the ones internal. So the water pump ones, might as well do them. Wasn't happy at all with the engine mount, the Adamat engine mounts. They just don't seem right. And then when I put this plate in, I had to notch out that piece there to sort of get the filter on. And it's like, hang on, this can't be right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure from the wall to there, get some measurements of where they sit now, and then I have a different set that had good reviews. They are rough and ready, like there's no airs and graces with this. The welding's alright though, but yeah, they're a bit rough and ready, not even painted. But I'm going to put them on and then compare where the mounts end up, because I think the engine should be further forward than what it is right now. But these mounts always looked wrong and bent, and they weren't even in line. You couldn't put it in as the way there was, so I straightened them. But when I've straightened them, it's like, no, they seem too far forward. So I'm expecting the second measurements that the engine mounts are shorter to the wall, closer back towards the wall, and then you should be able to get your filter on. So that's the first job. I'm going to unbolt these, pop them on, and see where everything sits. Well, before I've even fitted them to the engine, this plate must be that plate because obvious reasons on size. So if that plate is that plate, then when I put that one there and this one in line with it, that is an absolutely massive difference. So there is no way in hell that's right. It's not even close to being right. So if I try to put it in with these on, not a hope in hell. So that's interesting. And these come with 2 holes as well. So you this one, I had to drill my own second hole in there to get it on. So would that make any difference? No, because the hole was that side. I was going to say maybe if it was on that way around, no, wouldn't have made the slightest bit of difference. So them, absolutely miles out, not even close. Well, there's pretty much the proof. Can you get your filter off now? Yes. Is that there? No. So that's brought the engine forward, what, at least 6 inches, which is what I was thinking. There's something wrong here. The engine should be further forward than that. Yeah, so worth it. So these will now get sprayed up, and then once it's dry this afternoon, get them whapped on, and then they can stay on then. And then one step closer to being able to put it in. Yes, there we go. Beautiful. Yeah. Touch of black. Would it have killed them to put it in a touch of black before they sent it out? Not really. Didn't kill me doing it either. Lovely. Lovely. Bin for you. Okay, so just out of interest, wanted to see if the engine fit in the engine bay. Short answer, no. So these new brackets that I thought were miles better ended up having the engine way too far forward. Way too far forward. So the ones I modified are back on, and then with the help of Eddie, hello. We decided this one was still wrong, so right now it's just spot welded, tacked up. But yes, the engine now does fit in with the previous mounts. The pulley wheel was here, and that meant if the pulley wheel was here, and there's the radiator mount, then you couldn't get a radiator in. Great for fitting the hoses at the back. But if you can't fit the radiator in, then you know it's in the wrong place. So back out it came. And now we've done it, it's looking at that gap, that looks about right for the gap. Still enough room to get the petrol, the fuel hoses in, the 2 hoses for the heater matrix. And yeah, looks plenty of room. The downside is that the headers that this came with, apparently they're the L322 headers that clear the steering rack. Yeah, do they bollocks? No, the steering rack goes straight through them, so that's not the right rack. So that's coming off. But yeah, it's interesting to see it in place, making sure it clears the steering column, steering rack, should I say, and it only just that is so close on that steering rack there. The pipe that's going under, I forgot to move it out the way. So it looks like there's a pipe trapped, but I don't know if you can see because of the light. But yeah, this, I forgot to move this one out the way. So yeah, just to say, clearance wise, it's crazy. You can't, there's no, yeah. There is clearance, but holy crap, that's close. Cheers, Eddie. The man with a plan, he's got the torch, but yeah, if you're looking there, yeah, we've got clearance. That, yeah, move that pipe obviously. So yeah, back out again. Back on the stand, and then weld this up. You can see there's absolutely no welds holding it on. It's just a few tacks. Right, onwards.